Hello friends, welcome yet again to Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. You have been watching hundreds and thousands of videos in which I have told you tricks to crack the quant exams, and obviously for school students the channel is a boom. So friends, yet another important concept for all of you, and this time I am going to take up the topic of polyhedrons or prisms, right? And we are going to do how to map the space and how to verify Euler's formula for polyhedrons. So there's a special formula for all the polyhedrons, whether it's a tetrahedron or any kind of polyhedron, which should, all the polyhedrons should obey that formula, and questions based on these concepts are very frequent in quant exams. So watch the entire video and I'm going to guarantee you that you are going to learn something useful. For cracking the questions very quickly, you need to be aware about basic Vedic maths, and some of the tricks which are given in Vedic maths are very important. If you are dreaming about entering into a very good university, cracking the CAT exam, the MAT exam, or getting a very good placement when you crack the quant exams. So we have the Vedic maths video course for you. So as you can see here, we have this video course in which we have given 61 explanatory videos and 114 worksheets for practice. This video course is for some basic topics like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and divisibility. Don't think that this is very basic. This is like something very useful. Even if you are preparing for quant exams, you need to be really good in these basic concepts first. Only then you can dream about having 10x faster calculation speed in higher calculations. So go for this, and I'm sure this is going to help you a great deal in your preparations. Do send me a message on WhatsApp if you are interested in procuring a copy of this. 9896369963. That's my WhatsApp number. It is given in the description box also here under the video. So friends, let's see the questions in hand now. Here we have a tetrahedron which we have already drawn here for your convenience, and we need to find the number of edges. Now what are edges? More often than not, what error students do is they confuse edges with vertices, and that's the only point of confusion when it comes to the topic of tetrahedron or polyhedrons. What are edges? Edges are the sides or the lines which you draw to draw a particular figure. Like if you see this figure, I have drawn some lines to draw this figure, right? And the number of lines you have drawn to come up with this figure is the number of edges. The vertices are the corners, okay? So this is a corner where so many edges are meeting, right? So that is vertices. And what are faces? Faces are the plane surfaces of this object. So if you have an object, a solid object in your hand, you will have some faces, you will have some corners, that is the vertices, and you have the edges, which are the sides. So once you are clear about these three things in the mind, no question of polyhedrons will be difficult for you. Let me show you how. If I draw this figure, I have to draw how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So there are 6 edges in a tetrahedron. Pretty easy, right? When you have to verify the Euler's formula. Now the first thing you should know is what is Euler's formula. And Euler's formula is the sum of vertices and the faces, and you subtract the number of edges from this. See, there are only 3 things in a solid object, right? Vertices, faces and edges. If you add the number of vertices and faces and subtract the number of edges, if it is a correct polyhedron, you will always get the result as 2. This important relationship is known as the Euler's formula. So let's verify Euler's formula for a triangular prism. Here I have drawn a triangular prism already, and we will be trying to verify the Euler's formula. So what is the value of V here? The vertices, right? Now vertices are the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. How many faces are there? You can see one face here, another face here 2, then this one 3, this one 4 and one at the back 5. So there are 5 faces. And how many edges are there? For that you have to count the number of lines which you have used to draw this figure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 lines or 9 edges in a triangular prism. So let's verify the Euler's formula. So using these three, I will be finding V plus F minus E. How much is that? V is 6, F is 5, E is 9. That gives me 11 minus 9, which is exactly the result I wanted, 2. And therefore, Euler's formula for triangular prism is verified. Pretty easy if you have knowledge of what is V, what is F and what is E. Let's see some more questions. Here we have to find a front view. So that is called mapping the space. So how do you map? You know, when you see a 3-dimensional object in front of you, if you see it from the front, you are going to have a different view. If you see it from the top, you will have a different view. And if you see it from the side, you will have a different view. And that's what is mapping. So we can find the front view of this given solid. In this case, the solid taken is a cylinder. Just visualize, if you have a cylinder in front of you and you are seeing it from one side, okay, from the front, you see it like this. So you are not going to see a cylinder, right? You just see a 2-dimensional rectangle, and that's what is the answer for this question. The front view of this is going to be a rectangle. Even if you watch from one side, you are going to watch or see a rectangle only. But can you tell me what will happen if you see it from the top or from the bottom? You are going to see what? A circle, because you will only see the top surface. So the top view is going to be a circle, the bottom view is going to be a circle, but if you see it from the front, from the back, from left side, from right side, you are going to see a rectangular kind of object. Okay, so that is the answer, the rectangle. Here we have a question where he is asking us, can a polyhedron have 12 faces, 16 vertices and 26 edges? And for that we have to again find V plus F minus E. If this expression carries a value of 2, then the polyhedron is possible. If its value is something other than 2, then the polyhedron is not possible. Let's check. This is F, this is V and this is E. So V plus F minus E in this case will come out to be 16 plus 12 minus 26, which is 28 minus 26, which is exactly the thing I wanted, 2. And therefore, can a polyhedron have these dimensions? Obviously yes, the polyhedron can have these dimensions, because the sum of V plus F and difference with E is coming out to be as 2. Right, let's have another one. Here you can see how many faces. So the knowledge of faces, the plane surfaces, right? So if you see a tetrahedron like this, you have how many faces? See, when you see this, it's looking like only maybe 2 faces, because you are watching the front view of this. But there are some things which are hidden. This is one triangle which is hidden, it is at the base. And this one is another triangle which is hidden because it is on the other side. You are only watching this and this. And therefore, 2 of them are visible from the front. One is at the base and one is at the back, and therefore it has 4 faces. So the answer for this question is 4 faces. And if it is a cuboid or a cube, I have drawn a cube here, doesn't matter, the number of faces in a cube and cuboid are exactly same. So how many are visible here? For this, you can just visualize your own room where you are sitting right now. It has 4 walls, so 4 faces, the floor, 5th face, and the roof, the 6th face. And therefore, a cuboid or a cube has 6 faces. Likewise, using Euler's formula, we can find the unknown thing. If 2 of the things are given, like vertices are given here and the edges are given here, we can find the number of faces. So we all know that V plus F minus E has to be 2. So let's put all the dimensions which are given. Vertices are 6. Faces I don't know, I have to find. Minus edges are 9 and equal to 2. It's a very simple equation in one variable which you can solve and find the number of faces. So in this case, F 6 minus 9 is 3, minus 3 that is equal to 2, and that gives us the value of F as 2 plus 3, 5. And therefore, the answer for the question is number of faces is 5. Very interesting, right? This is something which the students don't study, this doesn't find application in higher classes, and that's why they forget these concepts. Quant exams, you need to know each and everything. So friends, if you have enjoyed the video, you have learned something new, do share it with your friends, do subscribe the channel and click the bell shaped icon for getting all the notifications. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you have been benefited by this. All the best.